Hello the internets and welcome back to the Waifus. I am Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today, finally we have Mana's kit and what she does. Let's talk a little bit about her skills because they are pretty interesting actually. It looks like at the first glance she's gonna be a decent character, even though her moves are kind of hit or miss on how often you can keep them or how much uptime you have. And the best part is the charge time, or that she might be able to be paired with SBS, and now you can free your allies for another team. This is an incognito and we need to test. She might be able to pair with any meta rocket launcher or assault rifle, or a sniper rifle. We'll see how that plays out tomorrow when we test. That said, let's talk about her kit because it's looking pretty good. So as usual, attacker, B3, assault rifle, wind. Now wind needs more DPSs, as your voice correct, so this is good. We're getting another wind B3 attacker. Her base attack damage is 15.07, which is higher than most assault rifles. Most assault rifles or Year 1 assault rifles, their base is like 1365, I believe. Yes, 1365, 1365. If you keep going, of course, pilgrims are higher, but for the most part, 13 is usually the norm, so a little bit higher, which is good. Now, her skills are a little bit confusing at first, but they're actually pretty simple when you read everything and understand it. So, skill 1, at the start of the battle, okay, continuously increases your attack by almost 60%, which is pretty good. It's a 60% flat out increase. Nice. And also, when you are in Metal Y status, after landing 10 normal attacks, you will be recovering 2.04% of caster's final max HP. Now, 10 normal attacks, it's usually for an assault rifle. Per second, you're shooting 12 bullets. So every second, every 0.8 seconds, you are proccing this and constantly recovering HP as long as you have Metal Y status. I know it's not a Y, but I will call it Y and O because I don't even know what those symbols are. I'm sorry, I'm kind of an uncultured person. What can I say, right? And then the second part, which is the interesting one, when you are in Metal Y status, when an ally is out of action, you will revive this ally with 96% HP, but you will remove a skill 1. You remove a skill 1 altogether and you cannot recover anymore. So for game modes where you are likely to lose characters, she is not a good unit to begin with because you're losing basically the first skill altogether. So we'll see if this is a pro or a con when it comes, for example, to pushing hard mode. Is it worth bringing her and keep her buff and then lose it when someone dies? And then lose it when someone dies? Is it gonna be enough that you resurrect your main DPS, let's say, or maybe your Red Hood if she's taunting, or whatever you are using, right? This might be a pro or a con, so I'm not sure about this one yet. We'll wait until we can test more. But all in all, for normal game modes like raids, if you are someone who dies or someone who is not being super careful, right, this is not good because you lose the skill 1. That said, let's move into skill 2. This skill 2 is pretty similar, okay? It will give you at the beginning of the battle 70% increase burst gauge filling speed. Pretty nice for an assault rifle to get your full burst rotations faster. Now, when entering full burst, while you are in this status, in this metal O, you will get 20% attack damage, 63% attack, and you will remove Metal O. Now, you can recover Metal O. So, how do you recover this Metal O? Well, if you burst, so if you use your burst skill with mana, you will recover Metal O, meaning this skill has a 50% uptime, give or take, considering it's every other rotation that you can recover it, right? It's gonna be more than 50%, but just so you understand, right? Every other rotation, you recover this. Now, the other important part is this line right here. Activates when entering full burst. Affects one ally unit with the longest basic charge time. And this doesn't matter if you have Metal O or not. This procs always. Charge time is reduced by 0.18 seconds for 10 seconds, the full burst rotation. Meaning we might be able to squeeze another set of shoots with our SBS here for the skill 1, right? Every time you're doing your rotation when she bursts, and free your allies for another team. Again, and this is without knowing how much charge time allies is actually shaving off of your skill. I don't know the exact number. If anyone knows, leave a comment down below and I will ping it. So this could be super good for a lot of characters. There is a lot of characters that benefit for charge time, be it your Red Hood, be it your Maxwell, be it your Snow White, even if you want, even though it's kind of an XD, like plenty of characters, even Alice herself. So this could mean SBS has a new character that she can be paired with, or that you can put all of them together, SBS with Alice, and now with the new character, Mana. So this is like the biggest incognito on her kit, and what could make her like really go up on the tier list, or just like a decent DPS. We'll see. And then lastly, she has her burst skill, which is Fatal Error, 40 seconds, the usual sustained damage. Now, Sustain damage increases by 50% for 10 seconds, and then she deals 396% of sustain damage every second. It's final attack, so it's nice, but the problem is that there is no sustain damage characters. Like, sustain damage right now, right? We have Sakura, we have Rosanna, which, by the way, we're using Rosanna not even because of her sustain damage, but because of the damage taken, right? And you have like Nihilister, and then Viper with the treasure. So sustain damage is still an incognito. It's not the best, it's not the worst. And we already have another wind character that deals the same, and it looks like the wind team might be how Shift Up wants to push this sustain damage with Sakura and now with Mana. So we'll see how that plays out. Honestly, all in all, considering the 60 bullet ammo capacity, that you can keep most of her buffs up with a good uptime, and that she might be able to replace Alice and buff overall all of the meta sniper and rocket launchers, her kit is looking really promising right now. Now, that's on paper. We'll see tomorrow when we test. The other thing that was pretty cool is a small detail that you guys might have missed. And when I was checking her boobs, okay, I'm gonna be honest, when I was checking her assets, if you notice here, she has like a C290. That is the code on the game files for her ID, for Mana's ID. A friend told me, I wouldn't know myself. So, a small detail on her files. I assume her burst animation will have another couple of small details on the text when we can get zoom into that. But yeah, her kit is looking really good. I'm gonna be honest, the best thing to me is that charge time, those 0.18 seconds reduce on your charge. We'll see how good that is. But even without that, it looks like she potentially can compete as a good wind DPS, because reminder that the wind right now, it's not the weakest because we have SPS, but you know what I mean. Like, there is no DPSs. You have SPS, and now we have Sakura since summer, so more than 6 months, and now we're getting a third DPS, which is nice. Finally getting some love for this element. The next would be like a meta carry for water. As I said, I don't want to lose too much time here, okay? I don't want to waste your time too much. That's the video. That's how I'm feeling right now about Mana. She's looking pretty good. I would recommend, if you can, get one copy as usual. If not, to the wishlist. I will probably do a multi myself tomorrow and call it a day, maybe 2 if we spend 20 bucks, and that's it, right? That's it. That's gonna be it for this video. As usual, love you all, bossos. Have a great day. Good luck with your pulls. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこう